Good evening, everyone. This is Fernas, and we're gonna we're gonna play the second episode of our second season of Chicago by Night. We're gonna continue our chronicle, and last time it's been a while that we are alive that we played, but essentially we went through a new intro for each character and explaining what happened between the end of last season and in these 6 months that has been through after season one in game, right? We are on 2019 December. Winter has come, and the snow in Chicago, the city, is much different from what it was. We have the La Sombra expanding with the clans, new arrivals. We have many kindred moving from the Camarilla to the Anarchs, boosting their ranks, which of course offset the balance of both sects, and it could lead to a new war. And at the same time, we talked about each character and what they were doing. So Henry basically got an offer to be the second in command. Cameron became the sheriff. Bruno was called by his sire to investigate the city. He got the hint of there may be a Tsimisi in town. And Madame, she was planning together with Crook how to handle the Nosferatu elections. And she will even candidate. She will be a candidate for a new role for continuing to be the primogen of her clan, the Nosferatus. So that's how we stopped last session, and they would meet in the following night with the coterie in the Elysian. They would talk to the prince, and I'll let each and everyone to speak, to introduce themselves, to say anything about the characters they want to say about, and I'll leave it open for them if they want to meet before going to the Elysian, or if they're gonna meet at the Elysian. So go ahead. Who wants to start?
I'll start then. Hi there, I am Dave, and tonight I will be playing Henry of Clan Ventru. I'm the Seneschal now.
Yes, you are.
You're so happy.
Yes, you are.
I got a promotion. It's like catnip for Ventru. You love that.
It's true. It's a promotion. It's a big one. I think it's probably the second biggest promotion you can get. Like, imagine you're becoming a C level in a big corporate, right? You're only entering to the CEO now.
Oh my god, it feels so good. I'm sure there'll be no like bad consequences to this at all.
Oh no, not at all.
Hi, my name is Enoch. I'm playing Bruno Telegra, the La Sombra, who's sneaking back into town on the urging of his incredibly hot sire, and he's looking to cause chaos as usual and is very excited and intrigued to know that there might be a Zamitzi in town, since he just left one that uh, took care of him while he was in exile.
Yep.
Hello everybody, I'm Marta. I'm playing Lucia Madame Price, which is a Nosferatu that acts a little bit like a Toreador. I had secured myself a questionable reputation boyfriend, and I'm apparently running for actual position of Primogen now. I mean, I was being a Primogen sorta in the meantime, but now I might just become a Primogen for realsies, so there's that.
It's like
Nice.
on-the-job training, right? You're like the intern Primogen right now.
Ah, yes, I passed the trial period. If I only survived the election.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Did everyone went? Oh, Cameron's not here, right? Okay. So
He'll be joining us soon.
yeah. So
Trademarked.
what do you guys want to do? Do you want to meet before Elysian, or do you want to meet at Elysian?
If anyone has the brain power to actually invite me for a meeting before Elysium, in that case I'll show up, but in general, like, I am not fussed enough to, like, be sending everyone private messages to meet before Elysium.
I'm a crafty Lasombra. I want to know who my people are, so I will reach out to Lucia and Henry and Tiger.
In that case, I'm showing up before Elysium to meet you.
All right.
So
I guess I would have also reached out, but do we even know that Bruno is back in town? Would Bruno have been like, "Hey, I'm back, guys"?
I'm just receiving a mystery message from Anonymous, and I'm like, yeah, good idea to attend this.
I mean, that would work for you. I know.
You would just show up, like that wouldn't even question it. Yeah,
I'd be
okay.
like, also, Lucia, your Amazon Prime account might be canceled, so just send me your credit card number and social security number.
As to the Sombra, that's definitely gonna be able to hack the net and extract all my monies.
Yeah.
I imagine that Madame is probably received this letter, and so it's probably another job for my modeling, right? And
Yes,
she got
for my
very
modeling
excited.
life.
Finally, it's the job that I've been expecting for decades. The one that I never got after this happened. And she got
Meet me at the Motel 6. I'll make you a star.
Yeah, almost that. Almost that. You actually met very close to the Elysium, in an alley near the Succubus Club. The back door, let's put it this way, is still empty now, and it's kind of early, right? It's around 10. Clubs still getting ready to open. We should start people should start arriving around 11, and then we're gonna have lots of people drinking and dancing. So you still have some time all by yourselves.
Oh my god, look who's arriving for that private meeting that we all got invited to anonymously.
Oh, hey, Tiger, welcome aboard.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, Tiger, just to put you in the loop, we made the introduction. Everybody introduced themselves, and they decided to meet before the Elysian, to have a chat. So feel free to introduce yourself, and if you want to talk about your character, go ahead.
Cameron Locke, Bruja. Yeah, no, he's kind of boring.
He's not a boring character. He's
What
good.
is the sheriff now?
What an introduction! Yeah, I'm boring.
I'm boring, but I fight good.
I'm boring. I'm dead.
Your character is the
Oh,
closest to
proof.
Ned Stark that we have here.
Oh dear.
It's an honoring man.
That's slightly worrying.
But
he's
it's
a man
not
of honor.
Shen Bean that is being played. That is playing, right? So he has a shot.
Let's hope that your survivability rating is higher than Sean Bean's.
And I must say, I storyteller. I do storytelling a lot, and there was a guy that was like a friend that always played in my tables, and we were always and I was helping a crowdfunding, so was always playing with lots of people, and this guy was usually invited so he can promote his YouTube channel as well, and he was happy to play, and we are doing many different adventures, and dude, he always died, right? It was always one shots, and the guy always died. I think I made like 20, and he died like in 18, and I start calling him Shanbin after that. He's a Shanbin.
Someone's got to be the Sean Bean.
Okay, so let's start the session, and you are here. You all four here, on the back door of the Succubus Club. Place still empty. People are still arriving for, drinks and dancing. So you have some time to speak privately, and don't mind the bear.
Henry is he's kind of pacing kind of nervously. There's a bear there. Oh my god. Henry's pacing kind of nervously, but kind of like he's got this sort of elated kind of look about him. He's very excited, and he's kind of just pacing back and forth, kind of waiting for you to all assemble.
One thing you notice, Harry.
bear-
One thing you notice
bear
about the
actually in
bear,
between?
Harry, it's the same bear, or at least the same type of bear that it was in the Airbnb that you rented.
Can I see that bear? Can I see that?
Yeah, you do.
Oh shit. Okay. There's a bear over there. That's fucking weird.
Can I pick it up and throw it at him?
There's a bear. Is it like, or is it just like lying there on the step?
Yeah. It's
I'm gonna go over
it's
and
a
pick
teddy
it
bear,
up.
right?
I'm gonna go over and pick it up. I'm just like, that looks weirdly familiar.
Yeah. He feels a bit heavy, but soft, and as you look into his face, he seems to be looking at you back.
Is this an alive bear?
But he's not moving, right? It's just
So either I have been, my mind has been destroyed by some kind of Malkavian, or someone left this bear here. I'm gonna shake the bear and see if I feel like there's something inside the bear.
roll a coat with wits.
Wits in a cult. All right, that's
Nothing says
okay.
there's something inside the bear like rolling wits in a cult.
I just pick up a cursed object. I hate doing that. I always pick up a cursed
You
object.
shook it as well.
Hey, you just got a promotion.
And I just got a promotion. How do I do this again? There we go. Oh no, I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry, I rolled cult intelligence. Let me
Okay,
just
but how
roll
many
that
dice
again.
did you roll? Already 4
I
dice.
rolled. I rolled 4. I should only really be rolling 3 for wits
Yeah,
intelligence.
that's no problem. You
Wits.
failed
Occult.
anyway, so you don't feel anything. The bear, it seems like just a teddy bear.
Perfectly innocuous bear.
It's just a bit creepy and dirty because it's on the steps,
Is
but
a bear.
nothing different from that.
And staring at you.
Are the? Oh, I probably just turned around, didn't really even see you there, and I just kind of go, oh. Oh, okay.
Is it you that left me this anonymous letter saying meet me at motel, I'm gonna make you a star?
Yeah, that doesn't sound much like me, does it?
I don't know what you have been up to in the last 6 months. Maybe that's just your new thing.
Yeah, no, more reputable activities than that. Do we know anyone disreputable who would send you that?
Look, I have all sorts of weird fans, but this was an especially weird message. Anyway, what are you doing over there with that bear?
Do you recognize this thing?
No, not really. It's just I thought that you standing in an alleyway holding a teddy bear seemed... Are you okay?
I don't know. It's probably nothing. This thing just looks like. Do you remember, 6 months ago in the Airbnb we had a really awkward sleepover with Sierra and Malenkov?
Yeah?
I don't know. I think this thing was in the apartment.
So it's your bear.
Well, all right, okay. It wasn't actually. It wasn't actually my apartment. I'm not gonna put you guys up in my apartment. It was a rental.
And
But the
we're
bear was
supposed to
there.
trust you, Henry. And now a bear is in the rental, and now a bear is on this. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great. I'm great.
You
I'm good.
sure?
I'm just gonna leave this fucked up thing here. It's
Everything
smelly,
okay at home?
everything's great. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, and I got some news for you. You may or may not have heard that I have received an honor from the prince.
Oh.
It's probably going to be announced tonight. But I'm going to be seneschal, which is good,
And
but
I
also
am.
scary.
And I'm running for the Malkavian Primogen for real this time.
Why would you run for the Malkavian one?
Which one would you like me to run for?
The Nosferatu Primogen?
Oh wait.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Just
She got
just a thought.
confused. It's because of the bear, right?
Yeah, I'm blaming it on the bear.
You got us all in Malkavian mode. So does Bruno just appear? Like,
That is such a weird bear.
It's the
we
bear.
don't even know
it's
who
the
this
bear.
guy is.
Also, who is this guy?
Sorry,
Excuse
who
me.
are you?
I would hope you remember me after our wonderful time being buddy cops fighting off a bunch of weirdos in your not apartment.
No, you don't look like that person. Are you sure that you're also not getting affected by this bear?
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
you're
even know
way
you
better
were asleep
dressed
at the
than that
time.
guy. You're way better dressed than that guy.
Does this bear like belong to you?
Yeah, did you leave this bear
No.
here?
No, I didn't leave the bear here, and I'm very happy to hear that you're seneschal now, bud. Such opportunities await us.
Why are you talking like you know us?
Trust me, you know me. It's me. It's Bruno.
No, you don't look like. Why did you take Bruno's identity? Who are you? Where is Bruno?
Well, fact of the matter is, things got a bit sticky after we were given all of our gifts after bringing the La Sombra in. And one of the sticky wickets for me was that the Second Inquisition suddenly sniffed me out.
Did you diablerize Bruno and is now having some sort of identity crisis?
Yeah,
No.
Or Bruno.
Say something that only Bruno would know.
I thought going through the scenario in the Airbnb would be huge, but my boss, my sire, she's really freaking hot. Have you seen her?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he really goes on about her a lot.
So what did you do with your face?
I had a Zemitzi fix it for me so I can come into town without triggering every second Inquisition alarm.
Hope you got your money
Yeah.
back.
Oh, hey Cam.
Hi guys.
Yeah, so yeah, he's had some work done, I guess.
I never knew that I was gonna see a vampire that's into plastic surgery.
Only when the second Inquisition's involved. Plus, I kept on
Oh,
hearing people saying that I didn't look the Sombra enough, so I thought I'd lean in a bit.
fair enough. You do have a kind of a mobstery look about you now, so
So considering that you can't use mirrors, how did you do it? Like, did you make the Tsumitsu, like, paint you pictures repeatedly as they were changing your facial features?
Just some faith and a good chunk of 40k that went towards the Zemitzi that's living in a shithole. But hopefully she's doing better now.
Yeah. Remember,
Good
it's
thing
2019. That CMC cannot use the AI, right?
good thing we don't owe any money to Henry or anything like that.
yeah, I was really mad at you for that, both of you guys, but it weirdly worked out. So
So now you're
you
thanking
know,
us?
Yeah, you're welcome.
no, I'm not thanking you. You guys like almost caused a situation. So if I
So
yeah,
we,
you did
we
cause a
almost
situation.
caused a situation, but we
Listen,
did
I have
cause you
been
to become Seneschal.
well, no,
Congratulations,
I've been working
Bruno.
my balls off for 6 months, and finally getting recognized for some of my efforts. Also, I think an awful lot of people may have left the Camarilla, and I may have been the only one left.
Yeah, considering that, like, all of us are getting promoted into the top spots it would kinda suggest that we're the oldest around, and that just does not, that's not a good sign in general.
Yeah, that weirds me out. I mean, like Damien is gone now. He's gone Anarch. Like that's crazy.
Oh, good thing I showed up to keep you all out of trouble then, eh?
Who's
What?
sheriff now anyway?
I am Mr. Seneschal.
You're kidding me.
Wow.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's yeah, okay. So we're like the power coterie. That's awesome. I really, they're gonna have some shit jobs for us to do, aren't they?
Yeah, we're getting set up. Or you're getting
Uh,
set up. I'm just willing to help you avoid getting set up.
all right, you're here to drive. Okay, so before we go in here, this is what I think is gonna happen. There's been some talk about Zemitzi in the city,
Oh, yeah.
and I have a feeling that the prince is gonna want us to go talk to them. Why? Not too sure. But that's the impression I get from conversations I had with him.
Well, good thing that we now have a resident Zemitzi enjoyer in our party, eh?
Local Zemitzi expert.
They are a hoot and a holler. The things they can do. I was
Yeah, I've
entertained.
heard. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
sure I
just
want to
here
be
for the
entertained in that
party,
way.
guys.
All right, should we step inside?
It's gonna be so much fun!
Yay! I actually like parties.
Now, none of you are, like, super attached to this city, are you?
I clearly am not.
I quite like it here.
Okay, then if anything goes south, you have the problem. The rest of us are fine.
I've got a place in
Alright.
LA I can go back to. Or Las Vegas or wherever my model was.
Yeah, I hope you have a couch. I might need one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everything's gonna go fine. Let's leave this negativity at the door and go to Elysium.
Are you taking the bear?
No, I'm leaving this like
Should
funky
we
smelling
burn
thing,
the
like
bear?
some like creepy like psychopath has left a soiled child's toy on a pair of on some steps outside the club. I'm not picking that up again. I mean, I don't know why I did it the first time.
I feel like it messed with all of our brains, so maybe carrying it inside might not be too bad of an idea.
I'm not
Have the
touching the thing.
weirdest Elysium meeting ever.
Maybe it's the Zamitsi in disguise.
I'm gonna punt the
Imagine
bear.
how much he had to change his skin
I'm gonna
and
punt the bear.
bones to actually look like a teddy bear. Imagine how much time
Look,
he needs to.
he bought a legitimate teddy bear, then like gouged out its insides and crawled inside.
Imagine the amount of aggravated damage that he has to heal.
I wanna think about it. Yeah, I'm punting it. I'm punting the bear. Like Henry's gonna go over and just kick the thing as far as he can away down the alleyway.
Okay.
It didn't move like 2 feet.
Well, I mean, I'm not that athletic, so probably not far, but I'm probably wearing the wrong shoes for it too.
Okay, roll strength with. Yeah, it could be strength with strength. So 4 dices.
Strength and strength, can I do
Yeah.
that? All right, here we go.
Okay, so 2
Nice.
successes. You kick the bear. He goes a bit
Die,
high.
bear.
Not that far away, but it follows. It falls quite nicely above a trash can with his ass, right, sitting down, right, and it does not fall back. It still seems that it's looking at you, but now it's far away from the trash can.
I don't like the way it's looking at me.
Do you want to just enter the building so that you stop stressing about child
Yeah.
toys?
No more distractions. Let's head inside.
Maybe as
Just a
Seneschal, you can outlaw all teddy bears in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna do
am
that.
so proud of you. You're already developing that ventru paranoia. You're just like a grown boy.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll table that for now
Good.
on the list of legislation to come.
How
Against
everyone's
teddy bears.
hunger?
I believe I'm on 1.
Everybody's
I'm on
one,
2.
right?
I'm on
You're
2 and I
2?
haven't rolled for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were rolling for
Please,
today.
everyone roll.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind the snack, but nobody asked me for one, so...
I'm good.
How do I roll 1 dice?
You can
If
go
you click
one,
hunger, you'll roll.
or in the Discord you can go 1d10. Both works. Okay, so one of you increased hunger. No, it's just 1d10. You don't need the bar. Yep, 10, so no problem.
So I'm still at 2.
So only one increased the hunger, which is
If there's any surprise people just sleeping on Elysium, I'll eat them.
Did I was that hunger 0 last session?
Did you diabolarize someone?
he did kill the touchstone by the end of the first season, but
Yeah, but that
it's
was
been
like
6
months
months.
ago.
Yeah, it's been
Forgot
6
about that. You
months.
killed someone.
No,
Aren't you
last
just
session.
an awesome sheriff.
So it's true.
Not illegal to kill mortals.
No, you can kill mortals. Just it might impact your humanity. And of course, it's a masquerade breach. Uh, as you arrive into the Elysian, you go through the dance floor and of the Succubus Club. It's still kind of empty there, and you go downstairs and eventually get to the Elysian. You see a fellow friend, or friend between quotes, right? A person that you actually know, and it's Sierra. She's waiting for you in the Elysium. And as you approach, she goes by. Good evening, everyone. I recognize most of you. Who is the new guy?
This is going to be a thing for the rest of this day, isn't it?
It's actually the old guy. He's had some work done.
Oh, interesting. Nice skills. I you are completely different. I must say your new haircut is better than the mohawk. And she uh like shake hands with everybody, right? Okay.
Do a classic. Take her hand, brush the knuckles with the lips thing. Charmed.
Oh, yeah.
Charmed.
Henry's handshake is very firm and businesslike.
Mm-hmm. So a good firm handshake.
Yeah,
I'm the lady in the handshake. I expect her to kiss my hand.
Let's see if that happens.
Roll willpower.
Face off.
She has a lot of etiquette, so it probably will happen.
Should I roll anything?
No. Yeah, it did happen. She noticed you that as she went for your hand, you put the hand like kiss my hand, right? And since you are the Nosferatu Primogen, she did kiss your hand. She grabbed your hand and kissed here in the back of the hand and said, "My lady."
I'm very satisfied now.
That was easy.
So she sits. Please, everyone sits. She grabs a chair. Yes. It's answering the chat.
Okay.
It's a Sierra. It's Sierra. Yeah. So she says, yes. It's well, the Prince Kevin Jackson made me some kind of assistant of him. So I'm helping him out on most of his endeavors, including that we're gonna have some talks in later nights, Mr. Lorimer, since you know, due to your new role.
Well, I look forward to that.
But that's not the topic for tonight. As the prince pretty much likes, is very pleased from what the coterie performed 6 months ago, and with all the changes in town, especially because of the traitors, those Malkavians, and Damien also switching sides. he needs people that he can expect to bring results. And that's where you guys come in. We expect that you can bring not only new information, but also solve some of our problems, some of the problems of the city. Now that the anarchs grew stronger, the balance of power is thin, very thin. And you know the secret of peace, Mr. Henry?
Mm-hmm.
And what it is?
Henry, rogue knowledge.
What
Yeah.
the secret of peace?
Yeah. Secret to
Yeah, well, the
achieve
secret of peace, gotta keep everyone happy.
Not exactly.
You know, Machiavelli said that it's better to be loved and feared. But if you have to pick one, pick feared. But I don't think you have to pick. I think you can have both.
Yes, it's in line with that. In the end, if one side is much more powerful than the other, there is no war, there is peace. The weak side will not call for a fight, and the strong side will probably not want to fight as well, because there's nothing to gain. Especially when there is a bunch of weak ones and only one strong. The strong might become weak if he fights a lot. And the weak will never join in an alliance to fight the strong. So there is peace.
Mm.
But when there are two strongs that wants the same thing, war arrives. And that's the problem. After the first war, people already calling the first, but we didn't even have the second yet. After the war, people, all the kindred wanted to have peace, and the majority of kindred turned into the Camarilla, and it worked beautifully. But now that people rejected Prince Kevin Jackson, things are changing. So far, so okay. We can handle a bit more stronger anarchs. That's not the biggest deal. The biggest deal is that there's someone else in the city. Something else. And this third agent factor is collecting chaos, which might create more aggression and take us to war. We don't want that. The prince don't want that. So it's your job to neutralize this third agent, understand what's going on, and seize them from existing.
Might these rogue agents be persuaded to join our side?
I don't think he would join Camarilla. I don't even know who he is. Or if it's a she. It's arrived in the city he didn't sought the prince. I'm not sure if talked to the Anarchs or not. But so far, if it's a kindred, it seems it's Sabah.
Okay, so
Oh, what else
elimination
are we
rather than
suspecting
negotiation.
if not a kindred?
Well, Chicago has many mysteries, and supernatural is all around us.
Is she known for teddy bears?
But you asked her that?
Yes.
A
No
teddy
filter.
bear? Don't know why.
We had seen a very weird one.
I don't understand how a teddy bear can be
It's
connected to this.
it's just a coincidence. You remember the night in the very first night that you arrived in Chicago
Yes, sure.
in the apartment
Yeah, that
that we
small
stayed at. There
place.
was a bear. There was a small orange bear in the apartment. That you just saw a bear that looked similar to that.
I
I don't think it's. I think it's nothing.
I remember the apartment. I remember even all the mess that happened. Those guys that trying to burn us alive. I don't remember any bears.
Hey, well, that it's fine. It's probably nothing. We'll let's forget about it.
Okay. Well, um, answering your question, madame, it could be, different creatures. We have been hearing about the south side of Chicago. You heard about the Pullman neighborhood?
I'm
It's,
gonna say yes.
well, George Pullman was a man in the early to, to 1900s, right? At the 20th century. And he was a big uh, businessman. He owned a lot of assets, equity. He had a factory with lots of workers. He had a big mansion. Now it's just a tourist place to go to see. I see. And he got very famous in the city. That place is having, this neighborhood is having some uh, how can I say, a higher rate of violence. People are disappearing, but it's not the violence like kin doing against kin. It seems supernatural, but that's all I can say. I don't have a lot of information. That's your job to understand what's really going on there.
Has anybody seen this kindred out and about? Do we have a
It's
description?
if it's
Boot
a
in a boot.
kindred, of course. But no, nobody knows.
Is there any location in particular associated with this individual?
Well, there's an anarch pub down there in Pullman district. I can give you the address of their bar,
They're
but
gonna love us.
yeah, they're not gonna welcome you very friendly, but you can try to talk peacefully.
Well, we clean up their domain for them. You should be grateful. But I'm going to be walking in behind Cam, if that's all right.
Yeah. Sure.
So the prince wants us to eliminate this problem.
Yes, you shall do the way you think it's best.
Okay. Well, does anybody have any other questions for Sierra?
No, no.
Anything more specific in events than just weird stuff has been happening south of Chicago?
I mean, that's South Chicago. I mean, weird stuff happens there all the time.
I also gave you a address of a bar, but you can look around. There are many things connected to this Pullman guy. It seems it's related to him somehow.
Hmm.
But anything specific, like the walls start sprouting tentacles, or we have found people frozen to death. It seems it's very vague.
Yes.
Yeah, like cathedrals of flesh and stuff like that.
People are disappearing more than it should on Chicago.
All right. Well, that's. We just need to find some people who've disappeared and find out how they disappeared, check their last movements, that sort of thing. Detective work, anything.
Basically, we have to investigate. We're going to a
Yeah.
basic area. We're going to go ask around. We're going to snoop, and we're going to see what's going on.
Yeah, hit the streets, that kind of thing. This is exciting. Let's do this.
And the prince wants us to do this.
The prince wants us to do this,
Mm.
according to Sierra, the La Sombra. So I'm sure it's completely on the level. Let's go.
Cameron, first, before you go, I heard the sheriff was going to talk to you. Did she ask you something? Of course, you notice in this moment that she doesn't know your sheriff.
Hmm.
Yeah, when we see them, we'll let you know.
What do you want, the sheriff?
Oh, she. I thought she was going to meet us tonight. The prince expressed that the sheriff must be involved in this job, in this task. And I was expecting her, but she's not here. So maybe you have any info on her.
Like Bruno, maybe you can give me a number of that Zamichi, and I'll grow out my hair.
I think you're looking at him is the answer to that question.
Okay. Well,
Alright, well, let's go, I guess.
So you think the sheriff is a girl?
you asked
Or are there two
Sierra,
sheriffs?
or you asked...
Yeah, I'm asking Sarah that. Like, you keep saying she for the sheriff.
Well, it's... what's the name of your sire, Cameron?
I thought I was sheriff.
I have it here, her character. It's just Tiger Sire. It's... well, remember Sire in the last episode, just off game? She made Cameron the sheriff, right? Because she was the sheriff. So the point is that
I'm wondering if Cameron is hiding the fact that he's the sheriff from the La Sombra on purpose, or whether there's a huge miscommunication happening.
yeah, and of course Sierra doesn't know that he's the sheriff. Nobody knows.
Good job
Maybe
being
only the
Prince's
prince.
assistant.
Yeah, perhaps the prince is hiding something even
Hmm.
from her.
Well, we'll take it from here, Sierra.
Okay.
Oh, Sierra, come with us. Come with us.
Oh no, I have to take care of other things. But
You're
uh,
fitting the Camarilla really well, aren't you?
sorry.
You're fitting in really well.
Oh, thank you.
You're delegating stuff.
Yeah.
One day you're gonna be able to do the same.
One day we'll all be Von True. It'll be great.
You should be so lucky. Alright, let's go to this shitty bar then.
I'm gonna just throw one of my arm around Henry and the other one of the arms around Bruno in order to actually make the party walk out the door by going, let's go to the bar!
So you're gonna
Yeah.
straight to the bar, or you're gonna catch up and talk to each other a bit before
Let's
going?
bar. Let's go bar. Let's go to this bar.
We can talk on the way to the bar.
Okay.
I am gonna mention, like, not in character, but like, my character would mention getting there that it is kind of odd that she does not know that Cameron is the new sheriff, and that makes me think that either Prince doesn't trust her or that the news was made not public for some reason.
Did my sire tell the prince that I'm the new sheriff?
Well, for your memory, she said she had an agreement with the prince, but
So maybe we're not really doing something for the prince. Maybe we're doing something for Sierra, and Sierra's just throwing the prince's name around for clout. I mean, we'd like to do that.
I mean,
Maybe the prince has gone missing.
Now, Prince definitely told me last session, out of character, last session, Prince definitely said we were gonna go see a Zemitzi or something along those lines.
So
Or am I misremembering?
we'll just go see
Definitely
Zenichi then.
Definitely sounds
Um,
like the same thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's all right. Let's just let's go.
Let's
Let's
go,
go. Let's
yeah.
go do some investigation.
To the bar.
the guy's searching for plot holes in my game.
I'll put on my best Sherlock Holmes hat. I might not have any other things, but I can find a hat.
you look better in a hat. You should.
Thank you.
Mean.
So, Bruno, did you get any trophies?
Trophies from.
Second Inquisition?
Ah,
Well, so you guys get the address from an old bar pub in the south side of Chicago. You seem to enter the George Pullman's neighborhood. There is a small park around the school called Pullman. Lots of establishments or places with Pullman in some way. And you ended up in this old pub called The Old Days. And as you enter the pub, you see a friendly face.
Hmm.
You see Damien.
friendly.
He looks at you, recognizing three of the four, and he goes like, "What you guys doing here?"
ask the same question to you, I guess.
Well, this is an act bar.
Damon, it's great to see you.
Nice to see you too, Cameron.
Are you also looking for some rogue flesh cathedrals, people freezing to death, tentacles coming out from walls, and other things?
Did she eat a Malkavian?
No.
Well, I have to ask. Why you're asking that? It's kind of random. Do you have any?
We were told
information?
that odd things have been happening in the south side of Chicago. We don't know precisely what. Odd things are very non-specific.
People
Oh,
going missing, violence, craziness, all that sort of stuff. That
Yeah, like anarch stuff.
disorder.
You still
I
care about the masquerade, don't you?
I heard stuff. Yeah, of course I care about the masquerade. I heard stuff. Yeah. Well, it just it didn't fit from what you said, but Madame. But yeah, there's some creepy stuff happening in this neighborhood, and that's why we are investigating as well. After that crazy witch came to the city, lots of Sabah arriving, and with them evil from different supernaturals are probably here as well. I told the prince that we shouldn't trust the La Sombra.
Yeah, screw them.
After a while, you heard a lady voice. Hey, honey. Soon the concert will start and you can play with your band. And Damien looked outside and we got visitors. Oh. She comes,
It's okay, we're big fans. We're gonna cheer you on.
She looks at you all. She recognizes most of you. They are Camarilla. Well, nice to meet
Aren't
you
you?
all. My name is Anita. How
So,
can
how's things? Anything weird going on?
well, first of all, there's Camarilla in the bar. So it's weird, right?
It is. Look, we just want to know about the disappearances that have been happening in this area, then we can be on our way.
I see.
I don't know, I kinda like this bar. This is the most welcome I've ever felt.
Do you want a drink, madame?
Oh, what are you serving?
We have drinks for people, and we can try to arrange a drink for you, for our kind.
What would you like in exchange?
You mean drink from you?
No, I mean, if you're arranging me a drink, I assume you would like something in exchange.
We can consider this as diplomacy.
Oh, well, then I'll gladly accept.
Good. Damien, take Madame downstairs. Have her a drink.
Madame is gonna walk downstairs with Damien, uncomfortably close for Damien to Damien.
Mm-hmm. He looks and say, "Of course, Anita, of course." He takes you downstairs, Madame. And as you go downstairs, you see there is a big not a big, but there's a stage where with lots of musical instruments, people dressed with shirts called baby chorus. They're gonna perform tonight, and there are some people at the crowd. Um, you also see this woman sat down on the chair in a bench, and some other mortals around her. She looks at you when you go down,
I
and
smile.
she smiles back. And after that, you pass through the chairs, and she takes you to a place where it's like an old room with old sofa, and there are some people sleeping there, probably already more drunker that they should be for this time. And he says, "We have these guys here if you wanna."
I'm gonna steal a whole ass blood point from one of them that's kind of like drunk, but maybe I'm gonna try and select the one that's not entirely dead drunk, just tipsy drunk if possible, if I can judge the level of drunkenness of people there.
Roll with insight. You have 4 dices.
So I should roll wits and insight.
Yeah. Two successes is more than enough. You find one of the men that is sleeping there is probably more tired than drunk, and you manage to drink from his neck, and you feel a bit tired after. The blood is. This guy worked all day long, and he's just waiting for the show. And he's probably. It's a guy that worked in a pub. Maybe he cleaned the place. Maybe he worked with the music instruments. He's very very tired. He
I'm gonna just be comfy and sluggish for the rest
yeah
of the evening. This is fine.
yeah. So he's probably only drank like a glass of wine, something like that. There's very little alcohol in this blood, but you feel tired. You're gonna like sit down beside him and stay there, or you're gonna come back.
I'm gonna try and like stretch my legs a little bit, like do things that might, get my undead stale blood rushing around in
Mm-hmm.
order to mix the tiredness into the rest of me
Okay.
and get a bit untired.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes, but the sensation goes off, and Damien was waiting at the door. He's probably very used to do this. Escort people here and there, protect them, and
When going back with him, I will ask him what's it like being an anarch.
he replies to you and says in a way like, for the first time, I feel that I'm doing the job of a sheriff.
So do you like them more?
I feel that the real job of the sheriff is to protect the city and to make sure there are monsters. The side of us there are monsters. Don't overcome the human side of us, and so everyone can keep living.
So does that mean that south of Chicago has been really struggling for a while and you have a lot of things to clean up?
Yes, it's true. And I'm very happy that now I can do my job in the proper way.
Do you want help with that? We can always establish a happy-go-lucky collaboration.
It's worth to think about it. And
I'm gonna be satisfied with that answer, and I'm gonna come back upstairs.
sure, he comes back with you. Before you both come back, so Anita stayed in a room with you three. So, guys, how can I help you?
Well, I think we're investigating the same thing that you are. There's odd things happening in this area of town. We're told that people are disappearing. We're told that there's been an increase in violence on the streets. We're told that it could be centered around this Pullman residence, perhaps.
She stops and thinks when you say the Pullman's resident. That's more a sightseeing place nowadays. But indeed, something could be happening there. What else did you hear?
Not much. Just that, well, whatever is doing this is new in town and no one's really sure what it is, whether it's kindred or some other thing.
I see. And I received the information that you have been promoted, Henry.
Yeah, that's true. That is the case. We have a lot less manpower than we used to. You headhunted some of our best folk, so
Yeah. And now the prince has chosen as the sheriff that weird lady. Wondering what she's up doing. Little Birds told me she's out of town. Do you know about anything about your sire, Mr. Cameron?
Are you sure you're really sheriff?
You gonna say that?
Yeah. Like,
To Cameron?
yes.
Anita will look. Wait, he's the sheriff?
Apparently.
use a slow getting out. But yeah, that's the situation.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, thank you for the information. Well,
That's freebie.
so I really am talking to an authority now. So, Mr. Sheriff, how can I help you?
You can help our investigation. And I'll look at Henry. He is the son of Shell.
I see. Okay. Since your investigation seems to help our cause as well, I'll provide informations that will help. I think. Let's consider this a favor from our side. Perhaps you will remember in the future that we are not the bad guys here.
Anything that keeps the city safe and free of fuss and trouble is good in my book.
Good. And this moment, she comes back. Them, with Damien. So, honey, I was about to tell them. Well, you were right about the mansion of Mr. Pullman. It seems the owner has come back to town. I'm not sure where he is, but he doesn't seem to be very far from his place. Maybe he's at the old...
Is
Go ahead.
is the owner undead or?
Well, he's definitely not mortal anymore. He wouldn't be able to be alive. He was alive over 100 years ago.
Is his mansion still open for tourists?
Yeah. Well, not
Could
exactly open, but you can get inside.
could we all pretend to just be some silly tourists?
At 11 p.m.
Yeah,
I'm
but
pretty
it's like
sure that
in the
no.
middle of the night. That would be pretty silly for the tourists.
But I'm pretty sure you can go there.
We could get cameras and pretend to be paranormal investigators.
Or I'm going to assume. I look at Bruno. I'm going to assume you know how to jimmy a lock.
I resemble that remark.
All right. Well, there's always that option.
Let's go case this joint.
Anita, is there anything else you can tell us about this? About what exactly has happened here? About what? About particularly about the people who've disappeared and where they may have disappeared.
I'll ask you to roll charisma with persuasion.
That I can do. Four successes.
Yeah, that's enough. She will tell. Interesting question. Well, there has been the missing. The what has been happening is that the missing persons seems to be connected to the families of the old Pullman's company. So it's like he's going after the grandchildren or grandchildren. Most of them are adults, but you know, it's been a long time. But he's searching for the family of these people.
Interesting. So, we could, in theory, figure out. It would take a long
Where he's
time.
going
Where he's going to be.
by figuring out which ones are still around.
There's a lot. Imagine the factory had thousands and thousands of workers. Imagine everyone had big families back then.
Do the ones that he's going after, do they share any kind of traits?
They are most men. Usually they are men. They around 30 to 40 years old. and they all had someone in their families that worked for Mr. Puna.
Okay.
And none of them are on anything like super obvious, like a will or any kind of other inheritance.
Not that I know of.
Is there like a localized area that they tend to go missing around, or are we talking about people getting like kidnapped from all sorts of towns?
Mostly this neighborhood, in the park, in a small gallery there is about to remember his work, and it seems near his mansion as well, and the warehouse. These four places are the ones who has more disappearing.
Would it make sense to throw a nice big event in the gallery and invite all of them over?
That would be tens of thousands of people. It would be hard to do. I'm not sure if all of them would join anyway. Imagine if you're a mortal and someone says that we're gonna honor the persons who worked in a certain company at your grandfather's time. Would you go
Would
to
be-
the event?
Would be a good way to bait a trap, though.
There's absolutely no chance that all of them are like super fans for Baby Chorus over here and we could just throw a massive concert.
Damon smiles. She goes, it's an idea. Maybe we can elaborate that.
If
Well-
we pull all of them into one event, then surely the issue that is happening would also be present, and we would all be present, and we could take care of it. We only need to figure out how to throw a massive event.
Well, I like where your head's at, but there's too many eyes in that situation. Like, taking care of the problem without any mortal seeing would be quite difficult. We might be better off trying to do this as quietly as possible.
We could at the very
also-
least tag the problem then and know what the problem looks like and where it goes.
I don't know if we have the time for party planning right now, but we'll keep it on the list of possibilities. I want to check out this mansion.
Yes.
Second idea, I do know where to get a person that's super into explosives. What if we would blow up a hole in the mansion? Do you think that they would care?
Yes, definitely. You can blow stuff up. It's
I mean, obviously
Bad
the
for-
police
bad for
would
the
care, but
masquerade.
if the perpetrator cared, we could blow up a hole in the mansion and stick around.
God, you'd
And
be
we
thanking
would
her
find them.
so much.
I think the fire department and police department would show up first before the perpetrator.
Bruno, as you mentioned the police, you remember about your brother and everything that happened with him and Mr. Molotov. In your mind,
Yeah.
in your mind, right?
Yeah, I kind of left all that behind when I left the city.
Well, let's just check it out. What harm can it do?
What, the mansion?
Yeah, let's check it out. And
Let's
then
check out
maybe
the
if we don't
mansion.
see anything, we try to take a look at this warehouse or the gallery.
Yeah, say we check the basement and sub-basement of the mansion.
Yeah. Creepy shit's always kept in the basement.
Exactly. Especially if it's a Zim.
Oh yeah, it's probably got some like Cenobite ass like torture chamber going on in the basement.
One can only hope.
We're gonna be walking into a Clive Barker novel. I don't want this.
I do. Let's
It'll be
go.
fine.
Uh,
But then you will also need to figure out if that's just the norm for the mansion.
right, well, thank you very much for your hospitality, Anita. It's been lovely to meet you, Damien. Good to see you again. Hopefully, we can work together in a cooperative manner in future.
Okay. It was nice to having you all here. We need to get back to the show.
Have a
But
great night.
have a great night. And she takes you to the door and Damien goes downstairs. So you're gonna go to the mansion.
Yeah.
Henry's just like, oh, God, I'm glad we didn't stick around for that shitty band.
Yeah, but look, they're really nice people. They even fed me. I think we're not gonna have problems with the Anarchs. They seem afraid of us for some reason.
They're not afraid of us. They're not. They know that they hold all the cards right now. They're being nice because they could be. Maybe they think that they can win us over. I don't know. That's a carrot right
Look-
now, stick later.
Look, if you ever want me to reduce some of the cards, I know a guy with explosions.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind.
So you walk around the city after midnight. It's snowing. It's winter. So you can see the clouded sky, the snow falling down into your skins. That wet, fluffy, icy things. The floor gets slippery, but not dangerously slippery. You are used to walk in the snow, at least a bit.
Mm.
And you find this big house, the mansion. It's generally just a house. People goes to visit during the day and take pictures. They even take kids there to take pictures of Mr. Pullman's house and how was work back into their grandfather time. But as you approach the place at night, it feels odd. There's definitely something supernatural in this place. You don't even need to roll it. You don't even. It's automatically. As supernatural creatures, you just sense it. Something is off.
I don't like this.
Okay, can I figure out what creature group is the off coming from? Like, if they're undead off, or if there's like a lich off, or is there a werewolf off?
No, there you notice there is some. You know the air is heavy, but you're outside. It shouldn't be heavy.
Mm. Are there any windows with lights in them?
There are many windows. No
Can we see any
lights.
activity coming from anywhere?
No, you cannot.
Any people about?
No. It's very empty street. Regardless of the time, oh, it's very, very empty.
Hmm.
Go up to the house and using a bit of larceny, just check the door.
The door is open. You don't need to use larceny. And
Oh god, that's even worse.
as you enter the place, you notice some kind of museum, but like you know, the ones that people go to take pictures and see old stuff, antique stuff. So there are sofa, there are small office, there are stuff to go around and see. Like, oh, look at this uh, old calculator. Look at this. His book notes, right? Notebooks and things like that he wrote down. And but you actually know that notice that there are some downstairs taking to some kind of basement.
Look for the creepy shit in the basement.
Yes, actually.
Put
All
creepy
right.
shit in the basement.
You ready to punch Cameron? Do your thing. If anything jumps out on us. I'm just gonna
Is
stay
this
in
a
the middle.
punch first, ask questions later sort of thing?
I don't know. I guess we'll just see how it feels when we see whatever it is.
As
Whatever,
go ahead.
whatever it is, it's gonna be cool. Don't worry.
Hey, your enthusiasm for this is quite surprising.
Having spent 6 months watching flesh crafting in real time, trust me, it's really cool.
Your definition of cool and mine are different.
So you guys go down the stairs. And you find
Into the hell basement.
and you find yourselves in a very big place. It's not just a simple basement. It's more like a big underground passage.
What
And
the hell? It's like the mines of Moria in here.
as
I
you
think we might find Cthulhu down here.
open the gate, and there's a gate, this iron gate that you open, and you walk down this path. There's a statue of an old man, a fat one, using a monocle, a white beard, and some old clothes. And as you notice, there are five other statues with mirrors in their hands. And in this place, there is some light coming from the ceiling. The light, it's not natural light, of course. It seems light from lamps, so it seems safe. But it's illuminating a part of the room. There is some writing on a statue that says, "In darkness I dwell, yet light I crave. A hunger insatiable, a thirst to enslave. In shadows I hide, but in brilliance I thrive. A paradox of existence, forever alive." What you guys do?
Creepy. Sounds like something a kindred would write.
So there's these 5 statues with some light illuminating that poem. No one else around.
Exactly. There is 6 statues actually. Then one big one of the fat guy and more 5 with mirrors, smaller ones. And there is light in a part of the room. The lights are like more. I'll always use your characters. The lights are like here, and the statues are like here, like, and this is the big fat statue guy, right? So
Yeah, big fat guy looks like he could be Pullman, right?
yeah, it seems like him.
What do
He's
these
that.
little 5 statues look like?
Uh, they look like people, regular men, not old, not young, working class.
Modern dress or period dress?
Oh, period, definitely. They look like those guys on the top of the Empire State when they were building.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk towards the light and see what's there.
No,
You're
no,
gonna
Henry.
be
Don't
in.
go to the light.
You went to the
Yeah.
light and it's just light. It doesn't.
Where's it
hurt
coming
you.
from?
The ceiling. There's some opening way above you, like probably like 5 meters up. It's really high ceiling.
Does it look like this is kind of like a culty kind of deal? Like, is this a place people come to like worship a statue of George Pullman?
No, it doesn't seem like a cult or church.
It has a bunch of statues in his basement. That is very odd.
I'm being very, very careful right now because the fact this location looks like it should have been locked and is not locked was rubbing me the wrong way. Because if this was just like a regular thing that every single person would be able to like approach and see as they see the museum, pictures of this place would be all over Instagram and there's nothing there and I show everybody my phone.
You're not supposed to have one. Never mind. Yeah. You obviously crept into the
just to
employees only section, but
yeah,
it is weird as
there
well.
was a. I probably didn't say it, but there was like a door of like employees only when you cross the downstairs to the basement. But still, it's quite easy
So
access.
this is just the employee lounge. There's no
Yeah.
reason to be alarmed, folks.
Yeah.
This is just where everyone chills before their shift, before they do
Yeah.
the tours.
But for sure, it's quite easy to access. You had to open an iron
This-
gate as well, right?
Is there still a sense of like something being wrong here?
Yeah. The air is heavy
Can
as well.
can we smell any like blood or something? Anything
You
on the
smell
air?
rotten, like decay.
Hmm.
That could just be us.
Speak for yourself. Um, can we? Is there like a role we can do to search for the source of this like rotty smell?
You can roll intelligence with a code.
Intelligence and occult. All right, sure, I will do that. I'm pretty smart. I know nothing about the occult though. That's one success. I
No,
need to
you
I,
find
don't.
my
I,
You
I
shit.
don't. You
think I'm
don't.
gonna
You know
I'm
nothing.
gonna join into sniffing.
Okay.
Smelling the air.
Oh god, I accidentally double pressed it. Only one of those would count.
You don't have any other points in
I
account.
have 0 occult.
You have investigation though. You can try that. Okay. Uh, it's kind of obvious to you. It's a riddle and enigma, and it probably has to do with the statues and the light.
Hmm. Can we look at the text again?
Sure. In darkness I dwell, yet light I crave. A hunger insatiable, a thirst to enslave. In shadows I hide, but in brilliance I thrive. A paradox of existence, forever alive.
None of those like statues are on wheels or something easily movable, right?
They are movable, yeah.
What happens if I push the main dude statue into the light?
Yeah, the main dude you cannot move it, but you can move the mirror ones.
And the light is on the
The
big one.
light's on a part of the place.
No,
It's
like
not.
the reflected light.
You
Is it being
you
reflected by
can
the
try
mirrors
to
right
do
now?
that. You can put the mirror statue to reflect the light at the big statue. That's what you want.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Huh.
Sure. So how many?
Well, I'm guessing that's gonna take more than one
Yeah, you put
to.
one, nothing happens. You just put some light into the statue.
Yeah. I'll start moving another one to try and do the same thing again.
It's nothing happens.
And I'm
I'm
kind of
gonna
hoping.
join in and help him move all of them.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
As you include everyone, every single one, nothing happens as well.
Hmm.
The poem is pretty edgy. You don't think like he incorporated some sort of extra edgy symbol in here, like a pentagram, so like maybe we're supposed to like shine the light?
No, there's no pentagram in the place. It seems to be shining on the statue.
Hmm.
What is so the Pullman statue, which direction is it facing?
It's facing you guys.
Is there anything on the opposite, like behind us, that the statue could be looking at?
Mm, He looks to the Iron Gate where you come from.
Oh, okay, knowing that. Can you copy that poem into the Discord?
Sure.
So that way we don't have to keep asking you to say it over and over again.
No problem.
'Cause we should like never go to an escape room. We're all gonna die.
Do you guys need more time to think? We can end the session and come back
Hmm.
next week.
I was just thinking that maybe the start of the poem is spelling something and it just spells E-I-E. And I just want to continue with Old MacDonald had a farm.
That's who's been hunting down all these people. Old MacDonald.
Well, Old MacDonald's was rented, so I chose Pullman.
Darkness I dwell.
Pullman is a bread brand here in Brazil. Not sure if it's a bread brand for you guys as well.
No.
Mm.
This is the Pullman car guy, right? He's
exactly. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
It's a very big guy in Chicago, so I decided to use him in the story.
Unsatiable thirst for slave.
Do we have all the light facing on his face or just on him in general?
Yeah, on him in general.
Can we try to focus it all on his face?
Doesn't seem like it.
Just assume that we're gonna start statue melting in a second.
Yeah. We're like it's I feel like this is almost like a puzzle in like a LucasArts game from the 90s or something.
No,
But you just
no,
have to like move all the
I know what
PCs
you're talking
until-
about. You're thinking of Mist.
Yeah, it's like Mist. Yeah, we're in Mist right now.
You see what the storyteller did not anticipate is that we're not smart.
Yeah. I may have 3 dots of intelligence on my character sheet, but I only have like 1.5 in real life, so
No problem. If you need another session to do it, you do it.
Oh, guys, we're crashing here tonight, right?
riddle solving.
If we
in real
tried the
time.
opposite, what if we shined all of our light onto the gate instead?
You guys want to do that?
Would the gate open? Maybe
use
the
the
gate
light-
would open.
Can we
Could we
use the
jump-
light to kind of show the like get rid of the shadows in the room so we can see all around the room?
That's
If
also
we
an
just
option.
kind of like if we just kind of use the light to kind of pan round, can we see things that weren't there that we didn't see before?
Yeah, you can. You use that. You manage to look at the whole place better. You notice some bones laying around the place and dead people probably from a long time. But it's not. It doesn't happen anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of stumped here.
Nobody has like auspex or anything else that could just like look
none
with
of us
their
have any.
special eyes.
Nobody wanted to be a trader on occasion, so yeah.
Next time.
Nobody has like a call a friend line, right? Like, you know, when you play Who
Contacts.
Wants to Be a
Call your,
Millionaire, and
We could always bring out to the Blue Velvet and say, "Hey, sorry about almost bombing your club. Could you come here for a second?"
Remember
Help us with
us? You
something.
tried to kill us.
And then we tried to kill you. The order of
We're
operations is a bit
best
confused.
friends.
We have something for you to look at. It is a room.
It's a puzzle. You know you wanna.
That's probably a bad plan.
Actually, I'm just gonna text Crook, and I'm gonna like copy paste that like riddle and be like, any ideas?
Well, let's do something then. Roll for me. Let's see.
Why don't we throw some blood on it?
Look, if you wanna bleed in the weird rooms, that's up to you.
Roll manipulation with persuasion, madame. Total failure.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna re-roll it.
Okay. You can reroll 2 dice. 1 success. Obrigado. He gets the message and he answers back. It seems he's kind of conflicted, right? Like half human, half kindred? And he gives the question back to you.
I show it to the rest of the team. I hide that it's Crook that I'm texting. I suppose in my name he's just like called Babe or something.
Yeah, honey, babe.
And then I'm gonna be like, do we wanna like sacrifice a thin blood in here or?
Yes.
Just for the sake of it, let's do it. Right?
Don't tempt him.
I mean, we can just go down any alleyway and probably find one. It's okay. Actually,
What
the
if
sheriff
we
would should know where
shine-
they all are.
What if we shined half the lights on half of his body?
And then the other half not on him?
Yeah. If it doesn't work, we can also sacrifice a thin blood.
Should I start looking for thin blood?
Yes, please. Please do, please.
So 2.5 statues on him, right?
Yes.
It works.
Oh.
As you put exactly 2.5, and it takes some time to adjust everything to make it exactly 2.5. Because a big bit here, a bit there, it gets a bit more than half or a bit less of light. As you do precisely 2.5, the statues start turning, and some
I'm
new
just gonna-
stairs shows up.
I'm gonna quickly text Crook going, thanks babe, that worked.
He's gonna send you a heart.
What's happening to the statues?
The mirror one's nothing, but the Pullman statue turned, and the wall shifted, and there are a new stair downstairs.
More stairs, deeper underground. Oh, let's do this. And Bruno starts walking towards the staircase.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
follow Bruno, but I
I'll
also
just-
think that this is like a good place to call it because Storyteller has been going on for like 2 hours and I feel like that's about your maximum.
So you guys are gonna go down.
Yeah, but we can
Yeah.
also like stop the session if you want because you sound tired.
Oh, I'm tired, but